Hello, folks. This is Dave Wood, and we are live, I hope. So what I'm going to do really quickly is just confirm that you guys can all hear me who are watching. And so I'm just going to wait for a second. There's a little bit of a delay. If you can hear me, just let me know in the comments. And if you're not in the comments, you can just hit log in with Facebook or log in with Twitter. And you can log in. You can kind of chat with us while we're here. So I am waiting. Hold on just a second. Let me make sure we are live. Still waiting. Got to confirm. One day, long story, it was 2010, and I just moved down to a beach house in Costa Rica. I'm up here in Escazú in the mountains right now, and I actually did a whole presentation for an hour to myself because I had muted out my audio. And I didn't know it until I got done with the presentation, and then I looked at the comments, and people had been on for an hour watching slides go by. And I didn't realize that and had just done this whole presentation. So you can hear me. All right. Just needed one response. John Clement, I have no idea why you can't hear me. Apologize, bud. So here we are, and it is Wednesday, February 26th, for those of you who thought we were recording this. A lot of you guys just got started in Empower Network. This is just something that's new that we're testing out to see if it gives value to you. And that is new member fast start training, to where when a new member gets started, you can plug them into this. It's going to go on Monday through Friday at whatever now is. I think it's 7 p.m. Eastern time. And we'll help them get started and get oriented to make sure that you guys are in a position to be able to get what you want here, to be able to get the results that you want. Now, this is going to be targeting predominantly those of you who are affiliates of Empower, because that's kind of what I do in the company. I am more of the affiliate leader who goes out there in the field and leads the affiliate side of Empower Network. And so I'm going to be talking to people who want to make money selling our products. If you want to make money selling other products and you want to use our information to do that, or you want to use our blogging platform to sell other products, you're welcome to do whatever you want to do here. We're not going to lord over you and say, hey, you can only do this. Because the reality is I know that some of you are just going to do what you want anyways. And so I could either control you or kick you out and say no, and then you just leave, or we could keep you around and help you get the results that you want. So I just want to help you get what you want, whatever that is. That fair? Right? So tonight, what are we going to do? We're not going to talk for a huge amount of time, like some of my broadcasts, because this is really targeted at one thing, and that's how to help you get started here and make sure you're aimed in the right direction. That's all that this information is going to be. That's all the stories are going to be. So we'll be here for less. We'll be here for an hour or less. Okay. And this format might change as the weeks go by, because I'm just kind of paying attention to what is going to work and what's going to help people get results. Okay, so let's talk about what Empower Network is, right? Let's talk about that for 20 or 30 minutes, because the most important thing to understand is what is this, right? Because if you don't know what it is, you can't make money from it. And what I found is that no matter how clear we are in our videos or how many trainings we put out, people have never really seen anything like this, and they don't really understand it, right? And they don't understand why it is the way that it is, and they don't really understand. They're like, what is this thing? Right? And if that's in your mind, you're gonna have a hard time making money. All right. So to tell you what it is, I got to go back to 2002, which is the year. Hold on, I'm gonna make this full screen. 2002, which is the year I got involved in the network marketing industry. I was a returned missionary for the Mormon Church. I had short hair, if you could imagine it, wore a suit and a tie, and had a little tag that said Elder Wood on it. Right? Didn't drink coffee at the time. And I'd gotten back from a 2-year mission, and I'd been wandering around, like, knocking on doors in England for 2 years, saving the English, and moved to Arizona. And in Arizona, my brother lived there, and it's one of the reasons I moved down there, is to be close to him, because I love my brother Will. And Will was in Amway. right? And I'd heard about that corporation and heard about what they did, and so and I liked it. I always liked network marketing, even though it's a little bit of a weird industry. I always kind of liked it because it's different, and I'm different. It's like this match. It's like I can make money with all these weird people, right? So in any case, he invited me over to a meeting, and this is what he said. He said, David, we're going to get rich. I said, I'm in. What do I do? And he said, come to my house. So I went to his house, and he basically had a whiteboard, and he told stories for like 3 hours in suit and a tie. And there was like 4 of us all kind of nodding off because he wasn't nearly as interesting back then and didn't know how to keep people engaged. But we're like, oh, what's going on? I was a little tired. And he drew out for like 3 or 4 hours, story, 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 story. And I can't even remember what he was talking about, seriously. But here's what I do remember. He got to the how to make money part. And so he drew out something, and you guys have probably seen something like this in a hotel room where it's like, you get 5 and they get 5 and they get 5 and there's 125 and they get 5 and there's 625 and they get 5 and there's 125 and they get 5 and there's 15,625 and they get 5 and there's 78,125 and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be rich, right? Well, I just was like, holy smokes, I can build this business where people are buying soap and vitamins all over the world, right? And I'm not making fun of Amway in this, by the way. I love that company. They're great. But this is just my story, right? So in any case, I got in, and for the next 3.5 years failed at everything. I did presentation after, I probably did 30 presentations a month, which is hard in that company because it's, their systems are just, the field are teaching are 30 years old. And so I probably did 30 presentations a month and in person, in suits and ties and wandered around in Walmart prospecting, wandered around in car sales lots prospecting, wandered around in Fred Meyer's prospecting, wandered around in Starbucks coffees prospecting, would go get $1 of gas at a time so I could talk to the person at the gas station prospecting, kept boxes of business cards, and I'd call them back and say, hey, Frank, do you keep your business options open, right? And made no money. So 3.5 years later, jumped to a new deal, made no money, jumped to a new deal, made no money, jumped to a new deal. 2006 comes along, and I got exposed to a guy named Eric Worre. He actually runs a site called Network Marketing Pro, and he taught me how to build a business offline. And I built a team of about 1,000 people in a vitamin deal. Still didn't make a lot of money, right? Because I don't know if you ever actually pulled out a calculator and calculated how many downline you need to make a moderate check in most MLMs. If you've ever been in those, you may have not ever been in MLM, and if you haven't, fine, it's okay. You could avoid this pain through my stories, right? But anyways, it's massive groups for very small checks. Massive groups for small checks. That's just the world of MLM. I didn't know that when I got in because I just saw these huge images of huge checks. I never figured out how many people I'd need in my team to produce those. It was just astronomical, right? So I kind of just got disenchanted after that and just stopped doing anything. And then in 2009, I had tried so many home businesses that I found myself homeless. I was just too broke to have to pay for a home. I was living in Hawaii, so it wasn't really that bad. I was sleeping at different beaches and stuff every night. But I was homeless. I didn't have any, didn't have any money. I was working at Greenpeace, hitting people up on street corners, for work, because when I would sell a subscription to save the polar bears or whatever it was, I can't even remember, it was, I'd get a commission, that was my job. So I was one of those guys that we actually wore blue shirts and would stand on street corners in Honolulu, Hawaii, and hit people up all day on street corners. And then everybody in the office at Greenpeace stopped producing, right? And sales went down. And so they sent in a guy from corporate who was like this pot-smoking hippie-looking guy to come and lay off all the other pot-smoking hippies and just find a reason to fire him. I got fired in the middle of that. They fired me for being late so they wouldn't have to pay me severance, even though I was the only one making sales, right? And so I had no job, no home, was living in a van, and had no money. And then one day it was like I was really frustrated and really trying to figure out what I was going to do. I was looking on the internet for some business to start, and when looking on the internet for some business to start, I had some ideas. And then later that night, I went to sleep in my van, and then a cop woke me up at like 2 a.m. And he wrote me a ticket for being homeless. Well, that might sound retarded, but that's just the way that it is in everywhere in the world. If you're not allowed to sleep in cars on street corners and stuff. There's rules against that to keep streets clean, right? From all these dirty homeless people, apparently. So now that I'm one, I'm like, hey, I don't like that, but you like it if you have a house. But so I got this ticket. Well, this ticket, it was all the money I had in my bank account, all of it, so that put me in really, really, really awkward position where I had to change. And I reached down inside myself and I found something that I didn't know that I had, and I found a way to start a business on the internet, a little personal development company. Well, screwed around, for a few months, trying to sell this subscription. It was like $150 a month, and you got to watch old, boring videos of old guys, right, for 15 minutes a day. It was like the deal. And hilarious, right? And it wasn't making a lot of money. I had a month where I made like $600, then $800. Well, what happened then was I did a conference call one day, and it was this is a life-changing moment for me, where I got in this webinar, and I had been working all day. I don't know if you guys have ever done something so stupid as what I'm about to describe, but I've been working all day calling like applications of people applying for jobs, and then getting them to this webinar to, of course, sell them a network marketing opportunity, right? Which is so off base. I mean, let's be honest here. I don't even think that's legal, because if somebody's looking for a job, they're looking for a job, not a business. You know what I'm saying? It is deceptive. And I didn't think about it then. I wouldn't think about, hey, this is kind of like, not honest. I didn't think about it, but now I think about it like that, and here's why. Because I was trying to convince people who didn't want to do something, who wanted to do something else, to do what I wanted them to do. Right? And I'm not saying Craigslist advertising is bad or doing that's bad. I don't think what I was doing was wrong. I just wasn't thinking about it. Right? I was just trying to build a business. And so I'd get people to this webinar. Well, here's the thing. I had this cheap version of GoToMeeting where I kept paying a $1 subscription and then canceling before it kicked in. And it was $40 a month because, of course, I didn't have any money. And hold on a second. Just logging into my computer. I didn't have any money, and so I couldn't mute people out. If you've ever used GoToMeeting, it's for small group meetings where everybody talks, right? GoToWebinar is for muting people out, but GoToMeeting, everybody can talk. So everybody's sitting there, and there's background noise, and I just mute it out, and then I just start ranting and raving, do the presentation. Well, this guy speaks up, and he says, "Hey, why are you trying to scam us?" I was like, "I'm not trying to scam you. What are you talking about?" And he goes, "Everybody's trying to scam us. He's trying to scam us." And I was like, "What an idiot!" And I was like, "Just get off." Then he kept me interrupting, and then I found a button to kick him off. Right? I was like, right? Well, here's what happened. Right? I got on, and there's like 10 people, and I'd worked all day to get these people on this presentation, all day. And I said, "Yeah, that guy was an idiot, wasn't he?" And then everybody hung up. And I was sitting there, and I'd realized, I've been in home business for like 7 years. And still the same crap. And there's got to be a way to sell to people who aren't morons. I mean, this is just not working. I've tried to sell to my relatives. I've tried to sell on street corners. I've tried to sell in Walmarts and Safeways and making lists and then making lists. And this is just too painful, And I had to be honest, like, if I don't like doing this, how can I expect anybody else to do this just for money or something? And it doesn't even work. It doesn't work is the key. It doesn't even work, right? So here's what that led to. It led to a moment when I was looking for an answer. And when I was looking for an answer, I found something that I wanted to buy that was selling me solutions to my problems. And in the process of buying it, I realized that somebody had been brilliant because they had found a way to target me, who was already in home business, who had already spent money in home business, who already wanted to make money on the internet, who was in a lot of pain, who wanted a solution to that pain, would pay anything for it. And they didn't even need to sell it because I just bought, right? And then I realized something. I realized that the problem with sales isn't selling. The problem with sales is the perception, because most people when you think about salesmen, what do you think about? The guy on the used car lot who needs the commission. And so he's trying to hawk you any car you'll buy. He doesn't care if you want it. He doesn't care if you need it. He doesn't care if it solves your problems. He just wants to sell something, right? And what real professionals do is they solve problems, right? They solve problems. Well, this industry isn't for everybody. As you guys might find, maybe it's not for you. And if it's not for you, get out. So I'm good with that, right? I don't need you around me anymore. If you want to be here, then I want you to be here. And if you don't want to be here, go. There's no contract keeping you in, right? And so I discovered target marketing. I talk about this in the presentation, where you can target people who have a problem, are in pain, and need a solution, and you can give them the solution, And when you sell to them like that, they buy, right? Here's what happened. I started blogging, like I talked about in the sales video, brought most of you guys here, and I started blogging and targeting people who had my problems and just figuring out how to solve them. When I did that, I started attracting people who had the same problems as I had. I started attracting people who were looking for solutions, who were looking to make money from home, who were looking for a business, who were in a lot of pain. And it was like I was skipping over all these people who didn't want the solutions and just selling to the people who wanted the solutions and just giving them what they wanted. And all of a sudden, I went from my best month ever in direct sales in 7 years. I had sponsored 4 people, my best month, and that was working really hard. All of a sudden, within 45 days, my best day was 4 people in a day. Less work. Okay, why? Because all of a sudden I was selling to people who wanted to make a decision to buy, right? And here was the problem, though, is I am a team builder, right? I'm somebody who, the reason I'm doing this for a living is not because I make money. The reason I'm doing this for a living is because my life has transformed through this. And when I can make a living by lifting other people up and helping people transform their finances, transform their personal life, transform their knowledge, that's attractive to me, right? I like it. It's what I fell in love with. That's why I like network marketing, and the only thing I like about it, right? Other than that, I don't really like it that much. I just like that part of it. I like helping people to transform their lives. Here's the problem, though, is it was like nobody could do what I was doing. It was too complicated. The commissions were too small. It took too many people. It took too long. So there's all these big, rich companies and all these poor, struggling people. And I was building teams, and they just weren't duplicating because it was too complicated. So I quit doing anything. And after about 2 years of that, because I was just like, I'm not going to sell a fantasy. I'd rather live in a van and sell Greenpeace or something, you know, because if I'm going to do this, I got to believe in this, right? I got to believe in it. And so here's what happened, right? I quit. And in the process of quitting, I was still making like $30,000, $35,000 a month because of the way that I built it had kept it together regardless of whether I was around. I didn't send an email. I didn't have a PS line. I didn't do anything. And I looked at that. I was like, wow, there's got to be a way to teach people to do this. And I started asking a different question and asking a different question and asking a different question. How can I help people to live like I live? And if you guys have ever spent time asking a question over and 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 over again, eventually it creates an unconscious response of inspiration, right? Usually people quit before that happens, before everything comes together. But if you continue and you persist in it, you will get a response and something will come together and you'll have a moment of brilliance always, right? So there's the way your brain works. Your brain is wired to do that. That's why you're always confused before you have a breakthrough, right? Because your brain is wired to have breakthroughs after periods of confusion and effort, right? And there's reasons for that. I'll talk about that later. But in any case, so I have this question, how can I help people do this? And this company just downloads into my brain, right? And I had this idea to start this company where it was for the people. You know, and I'm not the normal corporate guy when you look at me. You're like, you know, why do you do this? You know, I see these articles and sometimes on the internet where people are like, yeah, Dave Wood's getting rich off of all these people. And it's like, you guys, man, maybe we just need to publish our financial records right on the website, because the truth is that I don't make any money from a little, but you know, my money comes from being an affiliate here. This company is unbelievably expensive to run, and you know, we did $63 million last year. The company barely made any money because all the money goes out in our comp plan or to infrastructure, one of those two things. And I'm doing this for the people. That's why I'm doing it. I don't know. I think there's something to be said to that, because it's different. Because most people I know who run companies, you know, most people who you know run companies aren't doing it for those reasons, but I am, right? So that's why I'm here. So I'm here to help you make money. And here's why Empower Network works in a nutshell, without getting into hour-long explanation, because we've only got a few minutes here. And I don't want to take all night. I just want to orient you. This is not to give you like the super advanced training. on how to make 800,000 a month. This is to get you started, okay, and aimed in the right direction. And we just want to aim you in the right direction. So pull out a pen and a piece of paper and start just jotting down things that are useful for you. But almost done with the story. So how does Empower Network work? Why does it work? Well, this is why what we do works. Let me explain it. If you think about all of the pieces to creating success from home, right? Whether it's online, whether it's offline, there's a lot of chunks of pieces. And some of those chunks have chunks, and some of them have chunks. There's a lot of pieces to it. You got to learn how to make capture pages, and then you got to learn how to make those convert, and then you got to test them to make sure they convert. And then you got to learn how to make sales processes, and then you got to learn whether, what's the best kind of sales process. Is it a video? Is it a letter? And then you got to learn how to write a sales video and write a sales letter. And then you got to learn how to create social proof, and then you got to learn how to create unconscious responses, and then you got to learn how to close. And then if that works and you get that going, then you got to have a merchant account, you got to have a checkout page, and you got to have a safe and secure order form. And then once you get somebody to order, then you got to figure out a way to get them to buy more stuff, right? Obviously, because if you are just selling a front-end product and that's all you're selling, you're not going to make very much money, right? So then you got to have upsells, and then you got to have products to sell, and then you got to develop the products, and then you got to develop the infrastructure, and then you got to develop the customer service. The point is, there's a lot of moving parts. So what most people do online is they expect everybody to just set up all these moving parts. Well, here, I'll give you a solution. Just, go set up a WordPress blog, install the one shopping cart, use this autoresponder, use this, and this. And by the time you're done setting up, you're like 8 weeks in and have spent a huge amount of money and time and are so frustrated you just quit. So there's never any duplication of results for people. Right? People are either gurus or they're just like 1,000 a month earners usually is what you see in the niche. And it's because it's too complicated. There's too much to it. It takes too much work. And to be honest, it takes way more work than I ever imagined to keep developing things like this. It's a huge amount of effort and work, right? So when you expect a team to do that, of course they don't duplicate and grow, because who can do that but full-time people? It's not that you can't learn it. It's not that people are stupid or something. It's that these people have jobs and families, and they're part-time in the night, and they've got a few $1,000s to spend, and then a couple $100 a month, and that's it, right? They don't have all day and night to do this. And if you can't give them something they can operate in that time, then they're not going to succeed. And I was trying to teach them what I was doing, but I was full-time. And I was weird. I'd been doing this for years. So the reason Empowerment works is because we systematize all that stuff. And then because that stuff is systematized, what you need to do is limited to one thing, which is learning to promote effectively. And that's it. I can teach any person on here, if you'll listen to what I teach tonight, how to create any income you want from 1,000 a month all the way to 100,000 a month, just promoting. Past that, maybe some other things. But just promoting, we can do that. That's why Empower Network works. Now, am I going to guarantee you're going to make money? No, we have an income disclosure. I want all of you to look at our income disclosure and just say, am I really willing to do the work? Because the truth is, most of you won't. And I don't know who will and who won't. But there's somebody on this webinar who's going to get $1 million ring. So we started this company, and it works like magic. And we got these rings. We had this idea. Let me show this to you. I don't know if you could see it. It's got 2 dates on it. Let's see. No, you can't. That's not clear. It has your name, and then it has the date you joined on one side, and then it has your name, or not your name, but it has the date you crossed $1 million in commissions. There are 10 of us now. It's been a little over 2 years. My goal is to create 100 a year, 100 a year, 100 millionaires a year. And there's somebody on here. Ours is this. We joined October 27th, 4 days before launch in 2011. February 17th, 2012, Dave Sharp and I crossed $1 million in commissions. This works when you work, okay? If you're willing to follow the system. What do you need to do? You need to get effective at promoting. All the complicated processes, we'll build those. That's what the company's for. That's what the infrastructure's for. If you want to be an affiliate here, that's what we are here to do. We're here to deliver the products and make world-class products. We're here to deliver the infrastructure and make world-class infrastructure. We are here to deliver sales processes and make world-class sales processes. You are here to promote and make money. That's it. So then if we're doing this, what role do you fall into? Well, you are important, and I believe just as important as me to this company because you're part of our team. And you have goals here. You have families. You have desires. You have things you need and want. And my goal is to help you get what you want. Why? I get a jive out of it, and when you get what you want, I make more money too. Okay. The company's more successful. We have more stories. It becomes easier to sell. The more success we create, the better we all are, right? So I want you to be able to get what you want here. And if you can't get what you want here, I just encourage you to go somewhere else. Okay? Is that fair? But to do that, I need to teach you some things and help you with some things. Okay? So what's your core competency here? To promote what? Our sales process. That's it. Okay? And to get effective at that. Well, here's the thing. That is still a skill. You're still going to have to learn, and you're still going to have to apply. But here's the difference. It's one skill, right? All of you can learn one skill and be amazing at it part-time, okay? Or full-time. All of you. You can be amazing at that. But if you're going to try to do everything, it's going to be very difficult for you to succeed. So I encourage you to leave the everything up to us and to focus on promoting. And that's what you got to get good at. That's what you got to do. That's your piece of the puzzle, okay? Because we've got the metrics and the math down for everything else. Is that fair? So here's what we're going to spend the rest of the night on, okay? Pull out a pen and pull out a piece of paper. What ain't true? You have to buy it. Oh, hey, cool. I don't know what people are asking here. All right, so here's the deal. Pull out a pen and pull out a piece of paper, okay? And we are going to give you some. I'm going to walk you through some stuff here really quick, and I'm going to give you just an orientation. I'm going to show you where to get support. I'm going to show you what our products are and where you can buy them and what they are. And then we're going to spend a few minutes telling you what to do next. And that's it. That's going to take the rest of the night. Probably won't take any longer than 20 or 30 minutes. Hold on a second. I got to find a pen and a piece of paper myself. So here's what I want you to do. Grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, pull it out, right? I encourage you to keep diaries of notes and questions and thoughts and ideas you have. It'll help you out in life. And I want you to take 1 minute right now, okay, and write down what's your goal. What's your outcome here? What are you here to achieve? Okay? Income. Okay? And the reason I'm going to focus on income isn't because income is the most important thing. The reason is because you're probably here to make money, and you're probably to make it for a certain reason, and I want to know how much you want to make. So I want you to pull out a pen and a piece of paper, really simple, nothing fancy, and just say, I am here to earn X amount of dollars, right, by this date, right, and that's why I'm here. And just write it down so we know. I need to grab something to drink because I'm losing my voice a little bit, so I'll be right back, and then we'll talk about how to do that. Okay, that fair? Be back, guys. So go ahead and write your goal, how much you want to make, when you want to make it by, and why you're here. All right, I'm back. So hopefully you guys all got goals, right? Hopefully you guys have all got goals, all right? And here's what I want to do. I want you to just write them in the comments, okay? So write down, I want to make this amount by this date in the comments so I can see. And I'm just going to kind of wait and read some of them out loud from those of you who are in the comments. So go ahead and write how much you want to make, by when, and I'll wait because there's a little bit of a delay in Google Hangouts from when I talk and when it goes live. Waiting. Is there really that much of a delay in Google Hangouts? We got to use something else. That's irritating. I like instant. I'm waiting. Can you guys hear me? Oh, wow. You guys are still waiting. Okay, here we go. I want to make $1,000 by April. Mako Chatterbox. $1,000 total by April. Okay, that's easy. I'm putting on my vision board. I want to make $500,000 by July 14th, 2015. Okay, Ken Beckford, thank you. I'm just going to keep reading these as they come in, and there might only be a handful because this is a pretty small group today. I want to make, still waiting. Go ahead and write your goal. How much do you want to make by when in the comments? Get involved. Come on, folks. Okay, Mark, I want to make $12,000 this month. I made a big pay with $500 bills and a money tree. Okay, $20,000 in 2 months. Fern, okay. Mark, how much do you want to make? All right, how much do you want to make and by when? $30,000 a month by March 1st, 2015, and you're all in. Okay, congratulations, Doug. We're going to talk about that here in a second. Okay, 1 million by 3/15. Okay, so a year from now, $1 million. Okay, Anthony, I want to make 10,000 by May 1st. Okay, Melissa, 5,000 by April 1st. Faye, 240,000 by March 14th. Okay, 2015, so a year, $240,000. All right, 50,000 by 6/5/14 for my first investment property. Okay, so you want to get into investment properties. A lot of people, they want to start a business doing this to make money to do something else. It's fine. I'm here to make 10,000 a month by May 9th, 2014. 5,000 by April 2014. 30,000 in the next 90 days. Okay. I want to make 30,000 by May 2014. 50,000 by June 3rd this year. Okay. All right. What else? More. Go ahead and write how much you want to make by when in the comments if you're here. And I'm waiting. And that's good enough for now, and I'll just kind of keep reading them off as we go. The purpose of me doing that is to get you guys looking at, number one, what you want, but what other people in your team are going to want too. Okay, 50,000 by June 3rd, 35,000 by August 2014. I want to bring in 15,000 a month by May. Okay, so these are really specific numbers. Now, I'm assuming there's reasons for those numbers, like it's going to do something, or maybe it's just some fantasy of yours. I don't know. The important thing is you have an outcome and you have a goal for this little exercise. All right. So here's what I'm going to do now. I want you to keep that goal in your mind, okay? And we're going to walk through an assignment here tonight. What we're going to do is we're going to show you, number one, how to break down your goal, okay, into a monthly basis and then a weekly basis and then a daily basis by the end of this. And we're also going to talk about what products you need to have access to be able to hit those different goals for a variety of reasons. So here's what I'm going to do. We are going to log into the Empower Network members area together, and I want to show you the back office. So what I want you to do is go ahead and log into this, in a different window. Keep this playing over here so you can kind of see what we're doing, and then hold on a second. And then in a different window, open up Empower Network. I'm going to do it right now, and I'm actually going to log into an account that doesn't have any of the products. Okay, so I'm going to go into, let's see, test. There we go. And let me show you my screen. And really, we're going to take about 20 more minutes. This doesn't take a lot of time. I just want to orient you guys. Okay, so a couple of things here. So you guys see on the Google Hangout here. Now, I want you to log in on a new screen so you can see this for yourself. Now, everybody here should at least have the blog, and so you should be able to see the blog feed. This account actually doesn't have anything. And so you can't even, all you see is the feed, but you don't actually see the blogging system, which is a place where you can do blogging posts that is above the feed that you see in your back office. Now, we're going to talk about the feed and what that is and how to use it here in a minute. Just give me a sec. I got to get something right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain what all these things are, what all these products are that you see over here in the left-hand column. Okay, and then I'm going to talk about going back to your goal. So keep your goal in mind, and I'm going to break down for you how to accomplish your goal within Power Network as an affiliate. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about here is for those of you who want to make money in Empower. Again, this is a training predominantly geared for those of you who are here for that purpose. If you want to make money in Empower Network, you have to be an active affiliate. To be an active affiliate, you have to activate the affiliate fee. That's actually the only requirement for participating in our comp plan, because this pays for the infrastructure of the company. It's $20 a month or $19.95 a month. And right on the left here, if you log in, it says start making money today, become an affiliate, activate now. If you click activate now, it's going to go to a video introduction by David Sharp, where he talks about being involved in our community, selling our life-changing products, and you can just click a payment method, enter the security code on your card if you already have a card on file with us, click agreement to all the terms, the income disclosure, I agree to the terms of my subscription, and click buy now, and that'll activate your affiliate account. Okay, 20 bucks a month. Yeah, that is required. If we go back here, okay, that's an affiliate fee, and that pays for the company. And down here, you see our core products that we've got, all right, and some other products, right? Now, if you go down to our core products, let me just really quickly explain the amounts and what they are, and how much commissions you can earn on them if you're an affiliate. So the Fast Start training is actually mislabeled in the back office right now. If it says activate now, it means you don't have our blogging system, because when you get our blogging system, you get a free Fast Start training that accompanies the blogging system. So if you click this is $25 a month, and all of the revenue of that product is paid out in our comp plan. So if you're an affiliate here and you sell one of these, you can earn $25 a month from that, minus merchant fees, right? Because obviously we have to pass those on. Fast Start training, $25 a month, you get $25 a month. So if you get 100 customers of the Fast Start training, it's about $2,500 a month. It's actually a really easy product to sell if you just use our sales videos. I'll talk about our sales videos here in a second in our processes. So Fast Start training, 25 bucks a month. This pays 25 bucks a month. Inner Circle, this is a personal development membership that is an audio membership, and I'll get to why this is here in a second, but right now I'm just going to tell you it's $100 a month, and this pays in commissions to our affiliate base $100 a month. So if you get a person on the blog and the Inner Circle, you can earn up to $125 a month from one customer on an ongoing basis. So the same 100 customers, if they buy both of those products, if they just have the blog, that's going to be $2,500 a month. If they have the blog and the Inner Circle, you can earn from 100 customers who are coded to you in the comp plan on the Fast Start and the Inner Circle, you can earn $12,500 a month. So obviously it's like 4 times as much or 5 times as much per customer if they buy that product too. So those are our subscription products. The only subscription products that we have that are a part of our comp plan are the affiliate fee, the Fast Start training, the Inner Circle. This doesn't pay a commission because you can't pay commissions for recruiting and direct sales. So this is actually for company infrastructure. So $19 a month, $25, $100 a month, right? So that's that. I'm going to come back to these in a minute, what they are. The Costa Rica Intensive, this is a one-time $500 purchase for a training course I did out in Costa Rica. That is, it was a $3,000 seminar. It's recorded. You could buy it for $500. It's awesome. And I'll talk about that more a little bit. It's $500. It pays a $500 commission. So if you sell a Fast Start and Inner Circle and a Costa Rica Intensive, you can earn up to $625 from one customer with these, right? Now, the 15K formula, I actually am redoing the sales video for that right now. I'm excited about my new sales video. This product is $1,000 and it pays a $1,000 commission. So if you sell a 15K formula to one of your customers, you'll earn $1,000 as long as it's coded to you. We'll talk about how they get coded to you here in a little bit. So altogether, 25 bucks, 125, 625, 1,625 from just these 4 products here that we've got. So if you bring in one customer and they buy these 4 products, you can earn up to $1,625 bucks. This course, Master's course, a little different. This is a $3,500 product. It pays a $3,000 commission. Okay. So if you sell all of these together, this is $4,625, which is what I talked about in the sales video, right? This one's a little different. Viral Blogging Academy. This has a part of the money that goes to the company. It's $297. It pays a $200 commission. This is the first product in our upsell funnel. And I encourage all of you to buy that because it'll help you more powerfully utilize the blogging system to get what you want. High Ticket Academy is a specialty course we did on how to sell higher end products for those people that were like, hey, I want to make more sales in the master's course. How do I earn $3,000 commissions? How do I make $1,000 commissions? Stuff like that. Some people are in other programs and they want to learn how to sell their own $3,000, their own $10,000 products. We teach you how to do that in High Ticket Academy. This is a $497 product. This pays $497 in commissions. Media hosting, we built this because YouTube was shutting people's accounts down. So we built media hosting so you could host videos with us. Like this video is hosted actually in our media hosting right here in the back office. So if you're using our blogging system, if you want to be able to upload videos from your smartphone, you can do that with our media hosting, and we're never going to shut your channels down. So your content's going to be safe and protected here at Empower Network. So once again, you can earn $25 a month, $100 a month, one time $500, one time $1,000, one time $3,000, $200, and $497. Those are the commissionable products that we've got here at Empower Network right now. Right? So one customer actually who bought all of them would be worth over $5,000 as long as you're qualified to receive those commissions. And this is what I want you guys to think about, and this is what we're going to spend some time on. Then we're going to come back to the products. But this is what I want you to do kind of for the remainder of while we're talking, which is just going to be a few minutes. I'm going to give you some assignments tonight. Take your number that you want and break it down to per month. And just do it on a notepad. Like, let's say, this is really easy to do. Let's say I want to make $1.2 million, and I'm up there. I just want to make a lot of money in 2014. Well, per month, that's $100,000 per month, right? If I want to make $100,000 a month. If I want to make $100,000 a year and I divide that per month, it's like $8,300 per month. What's your monthly outcome? Okay, what's your monthly outcome? Get a number. Super easy. You can grab a calculator on your computer. If it's $100,000 a year, it's $8,300. About $8,300 a month. If it's 1.2 million a year, it's $100,000 a month. If it's $50,000 a year, it's a little bit less. It's like $3,500 a month or so. All right, so figure out your monthly number, and that's the first thing that I want you to do. And you could do that as I'm talking, because I'm just going to keep talking here. Second thing I want you to do is this. How many sales, this is a question, how many sales do you need to make per month of the products that you own in order to hit that number? Let me repeat this question. I'm going to get back to why I'm asking this here in a second, because it's not readily apparent. How many sales do you need to make per month of the products you own now in order to hit that goal? So in other words, let's say you only have the blog and you activated your affiliate account because that's required to earn commissions, right? So this is $25 a month. Let's say your income goal is $10,000 a month, which is a really common goal. How many customers would you need of the blog to do approximately that? You would need about 400, okay? And I'm just talking about the products you own. How many would you need to make $10,000 a month if you had the blog and the inner circle and you were selling those? Right now, can you sell them if you don't own them? Yes. Right. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this for a different reason. Hold on a second here. You're going to pass up some sales and lose some commissions and stuff, but it's fine if that's what you want to do. Right. So take your monthly number. How many customers do you need if you're going to sell the blog and the inner circle to make the same amount? Right. So if you take $10,000 a month as the example, because that's a really common goal, and you divide it by 125, that's going to give you an approximation. You're going to need about 80 customers on the blog and the inner circle. Now the question is, how fast do you want your income goal, right? Well, you can hit your income goal and get 80 customers on the blog and the inner circle. I actually have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of active customers on there, close to 1,000 active customers on both, right, personally. But how many do you need to hit your goal? Well, 80. Right? So you've reduced it. You've reduced it from 400 to 80, right? 400 to 80. And if you divide 400 by 80, that is 5 times easier to hit the goal, right? So that's if you have the blog and the inner circle. If you go in the back office, 125 per month. There's a comp plan here, and there's codes and stuff like that. I'm not going to get into how those work on this. Just trust me, it's cool, and we'll explain it later. Now let's throw in the Costa Rica intensive. Let's say you are earning, you can get customers up to 625 a sale. Okay? And everybody here, I want you to do at least this. And there's a reason why, and it goes back into the formula for how to build this quickly. Look, I don't want anybody here to be stuck. And if you are not going to be able to make higher ticket sales effectively, you're going to get stuck because it's going to take you a lot more work, a lot more money, and a lot more energy to hit the same goals, right? So, and you're not going to have the information. We'll talk about what the information is here in a second. Okay, so you take the same goal, 10,000 a month, let's say that's your goal, and you divide that by 625, because remember, this is 25, this is 100, this is 500, so 625 that you can earn. Divided by 625. All of a sudden, it's gone from 400 to 80 to 16 people in a month, right? That's not including residuals if you've been doing it for lots of months, right? From the blog of the inner circle, right? But all of a sudden, you've reduced it massively to hit your goal. So let's say your goal was only make 5,000 a month, which is also a really common goal. You take 5,000, you divide that by 625, right? 8 people. Now here's the question. What do you need to do on just the blog? Well, you need 250 people, for 200 people, excuse me, if you want to make 5,000 a month. So you've reduced it from 200 to 8 people. Could you get 8 people in a month? Yeah, you could do that. Could you get 200 people in a month? Well, you might be able to get 200 recurring subscriptions after a year if you know what you're doing, right? Are you going to get 200 people a month? Maybe, probably not. Okay, let's be honest. Probably not, right? Probably not. Let me repeat that. Right now, let's go down. Let's add the 15K formula in. Okay, so that's 1,625 that you could earn per customer, right? So you take 10,000, which is a really common goal, and you divide by 1,625. And there's going to be pass-ups, there's going to be things going on. We're not going to talk about that right now. You're going to be getting other commissions, and we're just going to focus on these. All of a sudden, you're earning almost double. It was taking 6 people to make 5,000 a month before. Now it's taking 6 to earn 10,000, right? So now all of a sudden you need 6 people. Can you get 6 in a month, right? Yes is the answer to that. If you are focused and working, right? Now watch this. You throw in $3,000 commissions, and all of a sudden you've got $4,625 in commissions. And you take that same goal, and you divide it by 4,625. 2.16 customers, right? And you can hit the same goal. So the question is how many people do you want? How many people do you need to hit your goals with what you have right now, right? Now I'm going to get into why of this in a second because I still haven't covered that, guys. You can qualify for commissions on products through customer sales, and you can qualify for commissions on products through purchasing them. We're not talking about qualifying for commissions. I'm going to talk about marketing philosophy and why. Okay, so all of a sudden it's 2. Okay, 2. Now is everybody that comes in going to buy everything? Well, no. But you've reduced. I want you to think about this. You have reduced, right, your goal from 400 people in a month to 2. Is it easier to get 2? Obviously. Now here's the thing. Some people will come in, they'll say, well, people won't buy that product. People aren't going to pay $1,000 or you know, they're not going to pay $3,000. Now I'm not going to log in and show you this, but here's what I want to do. All right, I'm going to show you that people actually do purchase this, and I'm just going to log in on my other computer here and just give you some numbers here. So let me actually tell you how many people have purchased those products, and this will give you an idea of what's going on in our organization, because the people that are selling the higher ticket products, they make money, they have the ability to make money way faster. So of the, okay, so we'll start at the Costa Rica Mastermind Intensive. 21,989 people have bought that product, right? 21,000. So if I could do this, 21,989 times 500, that means that product has paid out $10,994,500 in commissions. Okay, that's already. Those are real numbers as of today, which is February 26. All right, I'll talk about what the products are in a second. 15K formula. Hold on a second. 17,904 people have bought that product. That means that product has paid out $17,904,000 in commissions on the 15K formula. Master's course. 4,961 people bought that product. That means that product has paid out $14,833,000, right? So each one of these products has paid out anywhere from $14 million, you know, to 27 million or whatever that number was on just these products. These ones right here, okay? Costa Rica 15. Obviously, people are buying them all day and night. We have a lot of customers who love these products. It's unbelievable how few people refund anything here. You know, our merchant companies are blown away by that. We have the lowest refund rates of any info marketing company that exists, right? Because people just love our stuff. So if you look at that, the question is how many sales do you need to make to be able to hit your goals, right? With the products that you have now. Right. Now let me go back to why you should have the products that you want to sell, right? Because it's a different reasoning than you might be expecting. Because I'm not going to make you do anything, right? You're an adult and you can do whatever you want to do. Here's why. Because you are not going to be able to effectively sell a product that you have not bought and been through. You just are not. Right? It's not just buying it, guys. Buying it's one thing. If you buy it, here's what happens. You make an unconscious commitment to doing it, right? If you don't buy it, you don't make that commitment. So here's what happens to people. If they haven't bought the let's say they haven't bought a $1,000 product. They have a conversation with one of their new team members who comes in through 25. I'll show you how to get new $25 team members, which is what you focus on here in a minute, right? They have a conversation with them. Welcome aboard, right? We encourage people to do that. Now they have a conversation. The person says, you know, hey, should I buy this product? And you say, well, of course you should buy it. And they say, why? And you say, well, I don't know. I don't have it. If you don't know what's in it, how are you going to sell it? See, I would have a totally different conversation with somebody if they asked me if they should buy that product or not. Because this product, guys, was a $3,000 seminar that was 3 days at my house. I taught almost the whole thing myself, and I had been making $30,000 a month for 2 years straight, selling products that didn't have $500 and $1,000 commissions. And I'd been doing it entirely through blogging. And I teach people how I do that in that course. It's not even specific to Empower Network. None of our products are. They can apply this to anything, right? So when I have that same conversation, I'm going to ask somebody their goals, right? And here's the question. Do you want your team to do what you're doing? Do you want your team to do what you're doing? Right? In other words, right? Do you want your team to buy the products that you've bought? Do you want your team to work like you're working? Do you want your team to upgrade to where you've upgraded to? Right? If the answer is like, no, I'd like them to do more. Here's what you're going to notice. People always follow their leader, even if it's an unconscious behavior. They always follow the leader, always, right? If you're not willing to make a commitment, nobody will make a commitment, right? It's just what you're going to run into. And I had my first experience of this back in 2006 or 2007. I was in a company selling vitamins, and there was 2 packages in the company. There was a $250 package, and there was a $1,000 package. Well, I didn't buy the $1,000 package, right? I bought the $250 package, right? Well, I was trying to sell the $1,000 package. Why? Because I'd make more money. Well, there was a problem. What was the problem? The problem was people kept buying what I had bought, right? And I just thought it was because they were broke. Like I was broke. And I called my sponsor and I said, hey, nobody will buy this $1,000 thing. And she's like, what are you talking about? Everybody buys that thing. I was like, obviously they don't. I've sponsored a bunch of people and nobody's bought it. I said, I can't make any money here. Right? I was only earning $200 commissions, but if you could only earn $200 commissions, you can earn $200 commissions, you can make some money, right? And that was on a $1,000 product. This is just normal direct sales, right? Small commissions on large groups of people. And so she says, let me ask you something, Dave. And I said, yeah, what's up? She says, do you have it? And I had that awkward pause. And I said, well, no, I can't afford it. And she laughed, chuckled a little bit. She goes, so let me get this straight. You're trying to sell something. You're trying to sell something that you don't own. And I said, yeah. And she says, would you want to be sponsored by you? Because I don't do that. I was like, ugh. Right? So she said, here's the deal. I'm going to do one of the best things for you that I've ever done for anybody. And I said, what's that? She says, I'm never going to talk to you again if you don't upgrade to that product in the next 24 hours. I said, and she hangs up. So what I did was I got my credit card. I was like, ah, and I bought it. I clicked the button that said activate now. I scrolled down and I clicked the MasterCard and I put in my CVV code, clicked I agree, and just hit the buy button, right? And did it immediately. What happened? I immediately started having almost everybody in my team buy the $1,000 product rather than $250 product, and I started making money. Now, what happened? Well, the next person I was on the phone with was different. I was on the phone with somebody, and they were like, well, what package should I come in? I said the $1,000. They said, well, I can't do that. And I said, why? And they said, because I don't have any money. I said, neither did I. But I made a decision anyways because I'm serious enough about my future to make the commitments I need to make in order to make the money I want to make. So I did it, and here's the deal. If you don't do it, I'm not going to work with you. Well, all of a sudden, it was a different energy. All of a sudden, it was a different posture, right? Because I had done what I'm expecting them to do. And I'm going to encourage you to never do something to never expect somebody to do something that you're not willing to do, right? Never. So if you want them to do it, you got to do it, right? Not because you have to, but because they will not do what you don't do, right? You're the leader. See, that's the thing I really want you guys to wrap your head around. You're the leader in your team. I'm the leader of Empower Network, sure, right? But you're the leader of your team. You're the leader of the people that you bring in, right? How many customers do you want to get at the level you're at to hit your goal? Because you're going to bring in customers who buy what you buy. Why? You're going to unconsciously communicate it. It's going to be on your face. It's going to be in your voice. And I hope you're ethical, all right? For me, I will not sell something I don't buy myself. I just won't do it. So we answered one question. Number one, what was your dream goal? And you said $10,000. And then we answered another question. Well, how many customers do you need at the level that you're at in order to hit that goal? And you gave me an answer to that question, right? Hopefully you know. Now here's the next question. What's a realistic number for you to get this month in order to be able to hit your goal this month? What's a realistic number? Right? So let's give you an example here of a realistic number. If you take a calculator out and you do the same thing. You say, okay, my goal is 10,000 this month, and I got to get 400 customers, right? It is not realistic for you to be able to get 400 customers in a month, especially if you're new, right? There's nobody in Empower Network who gets 400 customers a month. There's nobody. We have people earning all sorts of money here. Nobody gets that much, right? Well, what is realistic? 2, 4, or 6. That's realistic. But here's what I'm going to tell you. If you really, 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 really want to break through, all of you need these 3 products minimum. Fast Start, Inner Circle, Costa Rica. All of you. And I'll tell you why. It's because the Fast Start training it's not a Fast Start, it's a blog, right? And you already have that because that should be activated and you can see the training. I encourage you to watch those 8 videos. Inner Circle, you need to be feeding your mind every day. And this is one of those products that's just cool because it keeps getting more valuable at the same price every month because we just keep adding more and more and more and more. We add about an audio a week there. It's a downtime training product. Costa Rica Intensive, why? Is because it's the foundation of team building. It's the foundation of building organizations that last online. It's how I've been doing what I've been doing for years. Why do you need the 15K formula? Now this is if you are moderately serious and you want to build a business. The question is, are you serious, right? And you can answer me in the comments if you're serious and you're willing to make a commitment. You can't do without these. And here's why. I'm going to give you a formula here in a second. Okay, not yet, but in a second, and I'll explain why that is. And I'm going to talk about these other things. Now, if you are very serious and you want to be able to make a difference fast, you cannot do without the blog, the Inner Circle, Costa Rica, and the 15K formula. And that's if you're serious. You can't do without those. If you're serious about making a decent income online, very serious, and you want to learn the skills, the tactics, you can apply them to any business in the future. You can take the education with you, and you could go do anything that you want. We have helped people build other companies. We've helped people build other organizations and teams. We've built teams that have gone and done $10 million in sales in other traditional network marketing companies in 6 months applying this information. We've had a ton of success from these trainings and products outside of the company because they're not internal consumption products. They're products we sell, right? Now here's the thing. You cannot do without those 4 products. Why? Because this is the tactical product for marketing. I'm actually redoing the sales video for this. It's awesome. And I'm going to help you sell as many of these as possible, right? You can't do without it. This is the tactical piece. This has everything you could imagine on direct response and building an organization. If you are a dream builder and you want to lead armies, you can't do without this product, okay? And whether you get this today or whether you pick it up later, that's fine, right? But these are for the serious people. This is if you're very serious. If you're even semi-serious about creating a decent income, you need up to here, okay? You have to do it. And you say, when should I do it? Right now, pull out your credit card and buy the products you don't have. Now, let me explain the why. Because I'm going to get back to the formula. And I'm going to put the camera back on my face here, and I'm going to just monitor the comments, make sure we're still on track, and then we'll keep going. Here, let's go to the comments. Okay? Yeah, I know. Great heavens, right? Right, Kat? 7 sales a month for 16 months to hit $500,000 if I got the 15K in the master's course. Great heavens. It's not a lot of sales, right? See, when you think about it in small numbers, right? Small numbers is how you hit your goals. You can't hit a big goal by imagining big numbers. You got to break it into small action steps, right? That's how you hit goals. I'm talking to affiliates here. This is how you do it. Okay, you break big goals into small chunks. Let's talk about how. What's the formula? Well, I'm going to tell you what to aim for. Okay, if you're part-time, no less than 1 sale a day of the blogging system. How do you do that? Get people to our sales video. I'll show you the link in a second. No less than a sale a day, okay? And here's the goal. At least 1 sale a day and at least 1 high-ticket product sold a day. Inner Circle's bonus, right? Because you're going to find 20 to 40% of your people upgrade to that, and you should get everybody on it because they'll stick around if you get them on it, right? 1 product sale and 1 high-ticket sale. So the 500, the 1,000, or the 3,000 commission, okay? If you can do that, you can do that part-time if that's all you focus on. If you do that, you will be mind blown by how fast your business can grow, okay? Now here is the ramped up, real aim, okay? And this is for people who want to run fast. Buy all the products, all of them. Get 2 sales a day, 1 high-ticket sale a day. That's your aim. Same thing. The difference is all the products. Because if you can earn a $500 or more commission from 1 person per day, right? One day you're going to earn 500, the next day you'll earn 1,000, maybe the next day you'll miss one, maybe the next day you'll get $2,000 sales, maybe the next day you'll earn a $3,000 commission. Your goal is 2 sales a day, 1 high-ticket product. If you will focus on that, you can hit it. How? Well, let me show you how. Number 1. Okay, let's go back to the back office. Okay, go back to the back office. The question was, how many customers do you need with the products you have now? Now, with the realistic number that you can do each month, what products do you need to buy to be able to do it with realistic numbers? Okay, maybe it's just the Fast Start Inner Circle in Costa Rica, and you could do it with realistic numbers. Because you are only going to sell what you have, what you own inside, what you're excited about. That's what you're going to sell, and you're not going to be able to sell stuff that you don't own. You just won't be able to do it. Maybe it's all the way up to the 15K formula. Maybe it's everything. Okay, what products do you need to buy? Here's the assignment: to buy those before you go to bed tonight. Preferably on the webinar, and tell me when you've made the decision, and tell me when you've decided to buy them in the comments. If you made a new decision tonight to do things a little differently, you can tell me now you've made a decision in the comments, right, as you're hearing my voice. Now here's the thing. When you go through this, what do you need to do? Right? Now, how do you make sales? Really simple. You go to your business area, and this profile didn't have one because it's this is a free member. It's just a profile I set up for demonstrations. But we have a capture page, which is empowernetwork.com/almost a secret. You put $ID and your affiliate user ID. So my affiliate user ID, it's David Wood, right? So I go here, and then if I send people to that page, I'm going to capture the leads, the names and the emails when people put their name and email in here. And we're always testing and making new capture pages, right? And then they're going to be redirected when they put in their name and email. I'm going to capture the lead, right? So if I put this here, if you guys email me at this address, by the way, I won't respond, just so you know. David, right, I do this, they laughed at him, I click Gets Instant Access, I'm going to get that lead, right, because we have integration with autoresponders.
My name is David.
And then your lead is going to be directed to this sales video, and it's going to be coded to you, okay, coded to you. That means if the person makes a decision and buys, you get the sale. So all you do is send them the capture page or send them the sales page and put $ID equals your username and get that as many people to see that as you can. This video has a 3% conversion rate right now. Okay, that means 1 out of 30 people just buy, right, without very good follow-up. So if they click here, it's going to go to a join page, right? That join page is going to be coded to you. Right now I'm logged in, obviously, so I can't go to the join page because this profile is already in. Let me log out here really quick so I can go back. And if I log out, I go back to the join page, right? It's going to go to a join page, and that join page will have your affiliate ID because it's cookied, obviously, down here, and you'll be able to see that you're the referring affiliate if you want to check to make sure it's working. When somebody places an order, you are going to be paid commissions in our comp plan, and these people are permanently coded to you with everything that we launch. When you get a new customer here at Empower Network, the connection to you is always going to be there. So that means future products we launch, that means new integrations we do, all sorts of neat stuff that we do. You are going to be able to earn future commissions from people that you bring in. So what do? You get people to this capture page, they see the sales video, they join, do it in as many numbers as you can on a daily basis, right? And then what do? Well, then what you do is you want to get them to this fast start training, right? Why? Because if you get them here, they're going to understand how to hit their goals. So every day at 7 p.m. we're going to do these, and if they get on this, they're going to just upgrade because it happens all the time, right? So if you see people, Costa Rica, baby, I'm in, right? You see people making decisions, right, as we're going through on this training. These are new, something new I'm doing. What else can you do? Let me actually show you how to earn high-ticket commissions every day. And to do that, we're going to log in. So I'm going to go back here, right, and let's see, I got to go to test account, right? And if I go into the test account, let me show you how to do it. You get a new member, and you're going to get their information, okay, and I encourage you to just connect with them. Call and build a relationship with them. Why do you want to build a relationship with your team? Because if you build a relationship with your team, they're going to stick around, and they're just going to buy more stuff, right? My friend Chris, somebody I've known since I've been 12 years old, he has a 20% all-in ratio. That means 20% of the people who join his team buy everything. That means if he brings in, if he has no other upsells, which he has other upsells too, right? But if he has, let's say he makes 10 sales a month, okay, he has 20% buy everything, and he has other upsells too, but even those 10 sales a month, you have 4,625 times 2, 20% of them buy everything, and that's a 6-figure income just from that. But check this out. He's not just a 6-figure earner. That's $9,250. He's making other sales. He has 5 6-figure earners in his team, and he only brings in 6 to 8 people a month. And he has 5 6-figure earners in his team. How does he do that? Because he connects with people. He builds a relationship, and he just finds out what they need and want, and he just sends them to the products that he's bought, which to him is everything. So if somebody says, well, I really want to know how to sell more high-ticket stuff, he says, well, let me show you how to do that. Log into the back office, and you'll see a button by High Ticket Academy that says Activate Now. You want to know what High Ticket Academy is? And they say, yeah. He says, well, this is a product that teaches you how to sell more high-ticket products. And so we're actually going to walk you through step-by-step how to create a game plan, the language to use, what to say on the phone, how to sell more high-ticket stuff. Go ahead and click the button that says Activate Now. And they just click the button. And he says, you see this? It's $497, right? And one-time purchase. I want you to click the credit card you're going to use, right? And put in the security code and click I agree, and just click Buy Now and tell me when that's done. And guess what? People just log in, they click the button, and they buy. It's unbelievable with the consistency it works. So if you, number one, get 2 sales a day. Number one, you get 2 sales a day. Number 2, get 1 high-ticket sale a day. 1 high-ticket sale a day. One high-ticket sale a day. What can you do? What can you do? Right? What can you do? Let me show you how to make $1 million. Watch this. Right? A bunch of ways to do it. Let's say $1 million. How many customers do you need to get of, if you have all the way up to the 15K formula? 1,625, 615, right? still you say, well, that's only have a lot of customers. Well, it's not a lot of customers over 2 or 3 years, right? Watch this. What if you have 4,625, oops, excuse me, $1 million divided by 4,625, 216. All of a sudden, if you could just get, if you just get like a couple a week, you hit it in 2 years. How we create $10 million earners. We teach them how to do this, right? So this is what I want you to do. Write your goal. How many sales do you want to have to be able to get that? And then what products do you need to buy? All right? Why do you want to buy the products? You want to buy the products because if you go to the Fast Start training, the first core step out of the 8, we have 8 core steps here, is be a product of the product. How do you sell a product? Product stories. You want to go through a training and create a story about the product based on what we teach you. Go get results, and when you get results, those results will sell that product for you. So if you get the inner circle, you create a breakthrough from the inner circle, then you talk about your breakthrough, more people will buy the inner circle. You want the Costa Rica intensive? I am telling you, I have had story after story after story of the things that are taught in there that are not taught anywhere online. Buy the Costa Rica intensive right now, click activate now, and buy that product because you deserve that information. Click on the 15K formula, click activate now, go ahead and do it right now as I'm talking, and buy the 15K formula. Make sure that you get access to our tactical information on how to market and how to succeed online. Go ahead and click activate now and buy the 15K formula. If you want to be a really big, and this is not really for people that that are here for making a couple thousand a month. It's just not. If your goal is to make a couple thousand a month, don't buy the master's course because it's not for you. This is for people that want to build big businesses and got a big dream and got a big vision, right? And if that's you, click activate now and buy the master's course and just buy it. Just make a decision to buy it. But here's the thing that I want you to do. I want all of you to make a commitment to your business, okay? And this is where we're going to end off. And I want all of you to make a commitment to get all in with our core products, right? To get all in with our core products. So this is what I want you to do. And we're going to take 3 minutes, okay, to do this. And I want you to write this down on your notes and your piece of paper. Number 1, I want you to make a commitment that right now you're going to buy at least these 3. Fast Start, Inner Circle, and Costa Rica, because you deserve this information. So just write this out. And now there's somebody on here who says, well, I just can't do it. I'm going to ask you honestly, can you do it? And if the answer is, yeah, I can, then do it. Go ahead and buy it. If the answer honestly is, man, I don't have credit cards, I don't got anything, right? Okay, then here's what I want you to do. I want you to do this with the rest of the products too. Number 1, I want you to write a date that you will buy at least up to the Costa Rica intensive as fast as possible, and do whatever you can to make that a short date, but be a date that no matter what, you're going to do it. And then I want you to write another date that you're going to buy up to the 15K formula, okay, that no matter what, you're going to do it. And then I want you to write another date that you're going to buy up to the master's course, right? I also want you to write a date that you're going to buy up to the, buy these 2 products as well. Right? Maybe that date is today. Maybe you want to start with High Ticket Academy, right? And you need media hosting, but this is just if you like for your media to make sure it's protected. All of you just need that. But what I want you to do is write dates on when is the date that you are going to buy these products. Now, why am I asking you to do this? Because when you make commitments to yourself and to the world, something in your mind changes, right? And so I want you to make a commitment, not to me, but to yourself. So we're going to take 2 minutes, write the dates that you are going to buy up to each product, the date that you're going to be all in. And just go ahead and jot that down on your piece of paper. We're going to take 2 minutes. If anybody's confused in the comments, just tell them I'll be back in 2 minutes, and just tell them to buy all the products. No, I'm just kidding. Tell them why they're here. Just write dates, write the goals on when you're going to do it by. I want you to write this in your notebook, and I'll be back. All right, guys, back. So hopefully you have dates. All right, hopefully you have dates. So here's what I want you to do. There's only a handful of people on the webinar, right? So I want to ask you to make a commitment, right? Those of you who are really committed to your business, I want you to write the date that you're going to be all in. That you're going to be all in. Now, I'm not telling you to not make money before you're all in. You want to make money wherever you're at, okay? But I want a commitment from you. When's the date? Some of you are all in right now. Okay, 4/15/2014, you'll get the 15K formula. Congratulations on making a decision, Frederick. Those of you who could make a decision tonight, hit the buy button and make a decision tonight, right? And I'll just kind of sit around and I'll wait for a second. And this is kind of where we're going to end and tell you guys what to do next. Okay? There is a little bit of a delay. By the way, I appreciate you guys. So here, let me actually go this back on my face, and because I'm going to end with some calls to action here. I'm going to move these brands out. I'm not advertising, right? Esmer. Do you lose commissions? Yeah, you'll lose commissions if you don't buy the products. If you don't buy the products, you can qualify for commissions by getting retail sales, but yes, you will lose commissions on them if you don't have the retail sales. By retail, I mean a non-affiliate sale. So if you make a sale to a non-affiliate, which is a customer, then that can qualify you as well. If the customer decides to be an affiliate later, though, you'll be unqualified again. So you can qualify by being a customer yourself, or you can qualify by getting a retail customer. Does that make sense? So if you get a retail customer, you're going to lose the commissions and the power lines for that customer, and then if they're an affiliate later on, then you'll have to get another one. But you can qualify through that, if that makes sense. Yep. Yep, gets passed up to the next qualifying person. It's coded. That's better language. It's coded to the next qualifying person. So commitments, guys. Who's all in? Who's going to make a decision to be all in? Only a handful of you, right? Now, if you don't want to make a commitment, that's fine. I actually don't mind, because that tells me where you're at, right? We have some commitments and some non-commitments. But who wants to make a decision? Who wants to make a new decision? Who wants to do something great? Who wants to be able to inspire people? You know what I mean? That's the question. That's the question. Who wants to be on stage? Right? Who wants to be a person that's going to impact nations? Right? Is the question. Right? Not to make you do something you don't want to do, but to help you tap into what you do want. Right? Is the question. I did whatever it took to make it happen, and you did, Doug. Right? So here's what I'm going to do. So guys, I am done for tonight. And you can continue to post that. There's a delay of about 2 minutes here. Here's what to do next. What I want you guys to do is this. Number one, find your links. Number two, create your strategy. And number three, decide that you are going to get the number of sales every month that you need to hit your goal. And you're going to do it this month, the next 30 days. So if the number for you is 8, then get 8. If the number for you is 30, get 30, right? And what's the aim? Bring in a customer, get a high ticket sale. Bring in a customer, get a high ticket sale. Bring in a customer, high ticket sale. Bring in a customer, get a high ticket sale. Bring in a customer, get a high ticket sale. If you will follow that process, you will be amazed at what you'll be able to do here quickly. Right now, this month, we have, it's like 400 something, 500 something people who've earned over $1,000. Everybody in our top 100 has earned over $5,000, and this is February. Does that guarantee that you're going to do that, right? It doesn't guarantee that you're going to do it. What it does do is it puts you in a position of power, knowing that there are other people creating the results that you want. So if you want to create results and you want to make a commitment, right, let me know that you'll make a commitment. And I will see you on the beaches of the world. I wanted to welcome you to Empower Network. And here's what I encourage you to do is for the products that you need, you can click here, you can click here, you could watch the sales videos and learn more about each one and make decisions as you go. And for those of you, I'm making me a straight jacket, I'm committed. That was actually funny, right? All in already. There's something, hey, Mark, we'll help you fix it. We'll help you fix it, right? Hopefully this helped clarify some stuff. I will see you guys in the beaches of the world. I actually about to pop on another hangout. So I'll see you guys soon. Appreciate you, and I will see you on the beaches of the world. Bye-bye.